Hey everybody, it's Bruno. Here's my new episode of MB. Be my next guest on MB by clicking on the link below and we'll contact you. So listen, enjoy the episode.
That I would say for young people who are in business or just getting into business or have been in business for a couple of years is just make sure that you are creating a mentor either within your company or within your industry. It's so important to have somebody who is watching your back, can help navigate all those office politics. It's really important. I have a couple mentors. My first mentor was Kelly Parrott.
Sorry, hashtag Kelly Parrott.
Hashtag Kelly Parrott.
Yeah.
She's amazing, family friend, and she helped me get my first insurance designation.
Cool.
And then now I've moved on from working for Kelly, but now I have Rob Spanish in my office. He's a mentor. So for young people, I would say don't just expect mentors to just fall in your lap. That's not going to happen.
Right.
Mentors aren't necessary, or people that have been around for a little while. They're not necessarily looking for someone to follow right behind them every single moment of the day. But I would say when you're at work, do 90% of the work, and then ask your mentor to double check everything. Yeah, you need to grow those mentors, and you need to make sure they trust you, and it's very important to have someone watching your back.
So every time we coach people and their coaching company, et cetera, and they use the word empowerment, and you are again an up and comer. You're doing some great stuff, and you're talking about how to encourage the younger people, and what a lot of young people are skeptical, saying they say they're going to mentor me, but they're kind of just using me.
Yeah.
How do you gauge if somebody's really being authentic with you?
I think it's important in some ways to, demand is the wrong word, but I would say that you should expect somebody to, if they're going to mentor you, they should be putting in the work as well. And that's why I'm saying that you need to put in 90% of the work. If you're not willing to put in that base amount and show your mentor what you can do, then I would say why would your mentor put in the effort and the energy to kind of redo all your work for you? You should do an honest have an honest go at whatever it is you're doing, and then just have your mentor double check it. That's what I would say. I would hope that no one is using you, and if someone is, have a conversation with that person, or I never, or just make sure that you're at the right company or in the right department. You really need to make sure that you do have someone watching your back, and if you don't, then I would fix the situation. Either have a conversation with them, or see if you need to change the situation, I guess.
So, I always tell when I was coaching in sports, and the kids and the parents came up to the coach and they'd say, "Hey coach, thanks a lot. It meant a lot to me." And I always turn around, because I believe this, and saying, you made my day too.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy coming out here and being part of this because I can't play anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? There's not 100%, but what do you think your mentor wants from you?
Well, I know specifically that my mentor right now, Rob Spanish, I know that my CEO always jokes that he's never worked this hard before, or he hasn't worked this hard.
Mentoring you? Are you that much of a project?
It is a little bit of work. He goes on every single one of my sales calls with me. He's CC'd on all of my emails. He double checks all of my work. So yeah, he is working.
Sure.
And it is a little bit of a joke too. And he is a hard worker. But I would hope that he's passing along the knowledge, and he's helping someone else grow. And I'm sure that he had that when he was younger too. And I'm sure that when I'm a little bit older, I'll be mentoring people as well. It's just one of those things that you get to do. It's kind of, I guess, me being a parent. You have a parent and then you become a parent one day in the future. So
it's no fun being a parent.
No.
It's fun to be a father or mother, I think, but
Yeah.
it's tough to be a parent.
Yeah, I'm not a parent, so I can't speak for that.
Yeah,
but.
no. Like I said, it's great to have kids, but it's hard to, parent them.
Yeah.
Because you want them to be your buddies and stuff like that. So staying on that line, your mentors, because you're really big on mentors, right?
That's one of my things, yeah.
That's one of your big things, is saying, hey, I want to be around people that I can learn from and I can teach and stuff like that. That being said, like, I mean, staying on the mentor thing, what is the toughest thing for you to accept from mentors?
I have a really good mentor.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to like point out anything that I would really do differently.
No, but what is it tough? Like, you know, they're obviously demanding in the sense that, you know, overachieving. Like, I'm sure you don't want a mentor that says it's okay to be average because you're an overachiever, right? Maybe keeping up. Like, is it hard for you to keep up to some of your mentors? You're full of energy.
I'm full of energy. I would, yeah. I keep my mentor busy, that's for sure. I mean, one thing that I guess you should remember is that if your mentor is giving you some criticism, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that they want to like kind of temper maybe your expectations or like the way that you are interacting with customers or within the office, because I know that I am full of energy, so sometimes, I mean, I'll do something that probably is not in my best interest, and I do it without even knowing about it. So I always have to remember that when my mentor says, you know, dial it back, this is the way that I would do it, that they're not criticizing me, they're just helping me get to the next level.
How do you know if after, you know, an interaction, you've gone way too fast or too hard?
With my mentor? Or
no, just in business. And maybe you're, like you said, your mentor says dial it back, right?
Yeah.
You already know, right? You kind of feel like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always recalibrating. And a lot of times I'll go to a networking event, or I'll go to a client meeting, or I'll have like an internal meeting at my office, and then afterwards I'm like, shoot, I shouldn't have said that. I think the important
I don't know how that feels at all. No.
Everybody does though.
No,
Everybody makes mistakes.
never. No.
The thing is that like you're not the center of other people's world.
Okay.
And I always have to remember that just because I messed up at one point, that doesn't mean that that's how people will always remember me. Just next time, do a better job. And then, yeah, I am always recalibrating as well. So if I say something that I shouldn't have, then next time just don't say that.
Sure.
But don't dwell on it either. Like, don't beat yourself up. Board of the Edmonton Construction Association.
Right, you're the director.
Yeah, I'm one of the 13 directors of the board. Yes. So that was.
Sounds like a football team.
A little bit. Maybe it is. Maybe we should create jerseys. I don't know. And a
Right,
logo.
I don't know.
So I
Probably beat the Eskimos.
Yeah.
Are they any good? Yeah, they're good this year.
Eskimos, yeah.
Not too bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hadn't been a member of the Edmonton Construction Association for too long, and they put out information that they were taking nominations.
Right.
Because the members vote in the board members. And I threw my name out there, and at first it was kind of just like an advertising thing, and I was like, oh, it's no big deal. And then as time went on and I started telling people that I was running to be on the board, they're like, you should do it. You'd be really good. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that.
Like, how do you run? Do you do signs on the
No,
lawns
there's
or
no
anything?
signs.
No
No.
signs.
My budget was $2, so no signs.
It's not too bad.
No.
It's like some of the parties that ran for election last time, they weren't serious, and so they got on first round. Like they
Yeah, there's just there was categories within the for the board members or prospective board members, and people just voted within those categories. So what I did to get elected is I posted a bunch of videos, and I called 350 of the members of the 1,200 members of the ECA, and I asked them to vote for me, and I asked them what their issues were and what they would like what direction they would like to see the board go, and I got some really good feedback from the members of the ECA, and I've taken that back now to the board members, and it is a little bit tough because, I mean, I think the youngest person by at least 10 years. I'm the only person who represents a smaller company, I would say, SME, and just there's quite a few ways that I think I'm a little bit different, but the board members have been so welcoming, like overly so.
Right.
So I feel really lucky. Like, it's not an old boys club. Like, they're very welcoming to me. And yeah, I feel really lucky to be on that board. I'm learning a lot, and I'm also bringing a lot of value to the members of the ECA.
Well, you see, this is what's interesting to me. That's not the answer I thought you were going to give me,
Okay.
right? Which is great, and it's refreshing because most people say, "Why don't you join this board?"
Mm-hmm.
And especially, I'm a big fan of the young people, and I'm not just saying that out here. I think that you guys are, you know, the future. So you're going to pay our CPP, right? So, but
As long as it doesn't go broke.
no,
Yes.
it won't. People like you will make it go. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that I thought you were going to give me another answer, but most people, notwithstanding young people, anybody would say, "Hey, volunteer on the board of whatever it is," and they go, "Oh, really? It's a lot of work." So why did you pick that as the answer to this? Why is it such a great opportunity?
You know, it's
It's a
so
lot of work.
it is a lot of work, but I also get a lot of value out of it. And like I said, I wasn't really mean to be on the board at first, but then again, as I was talking to people, they were like, these are all my issues. These are things that I would like you to advocate for on my behalf. And I was like, I'd be happy to do that. So, I mean, in a lot of ways, it was an opportunity seized. It wasn't something really planned. It was just there, and I was like, I just ran with it. Let's just go. And I've done that a couple times. Same with, I'm the president of my condo board. And I was not a board member before that. Like, I went to the AGM to complain
Do you
about.
think you're rigging these elections?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. Okay, the Russians aren't involved.
No.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So
Just
yeah,
checking.
lots of fun.
So you find that as an opportunity to meet all these people, new business people?
It's a huge opportunity for me. It's an opportunity for the members. A lot of the other board members are really appreciative of the fact that I'm a pretty good communicator to the members, and a lot of them will contact me directly and ask me to speak on their behalf at the board meetings. So yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, if you want someone you know to be our next guest, simple. Click below in the description and we'll get in touch with them. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and you'll never ever miss another episode.